let's talk. So I think we should talk about Dan Schneider. He's he's a big part of my childhood, and I think he's a part of yours. He was a part of yours too, I think. I'm not sure. It depends on which shows you watched, but for me, I mostly watched Nickelodeon. So, which was, a lot of his shows had a little undertone, creepy undertone to it, such as The Amanda Show, Kenan and Kel, all that, the 90s version and the early 2000s version, and Zoe 101, and some other ones, but those are the main ones I will be talking about today. Okay, so, The Amanda Show. I remember watching, like, The Amanda Show when I was younger. I didn't notice any of these weird things that he would do with Beat and the Pool Time episodes. Like, the Pool Time. Yeah. Oh yeah. The toe fetish things, those were weird, like, especially when they would say, like, they would dress up their little toes, and they would say, it was a weird commercial thing that they would do before a show, and it would be like My Big Toe Princess or Firefighter or something like that. It was kind of weird. Even as a kid, I thought that was weird, but I didn't think it was, like, perverted. But now that I look back, it kind of is. Especially when they were all little girls and he was all prepping them or grooming them, if you will. Anyways, there also was another segment. It was called, like, I guess, jacuzzi time or pool time with celebrities. Like, sometimes it would be Santa Claus or some other random thing. I don't remember. But I do remember it would always be, like, grown men in the, like, jacuzzi, like, across the jacuzzi, and then Amanda should be wearing a bathing suit. I always thought that was weird. I would always think, why is it always, like, as a kid, I would think, why is she wearing, why are they in the jacuzzi? Well, like, as a kid, I always thought it was weird, but, like, now that I look back at it, I'm like, why were they only men? Why was it only, her wearing a bathing suit? Like, why couldn't they both wear a bathing suit? That's what I was thinking when I was a kid. But, it's whatever. It was just creepy. Super creepy. And there was also another one where it was like a behind the scenes one, and it was showing Dan and Amanda, but he was, like, super close to her. It was almost like he was, like, rubbing her back or her leg or something, because she looked super uncomfortable, but she was, like, hiding it with a smile. But I knew she looked uncomfortable. You can see that on YouTube. It's, like, there. Maybe I'll, like, find a video for you guys later. Also, Kenan and Kel. There was, like, not a lot of episodes, but there was, like, a few episodes where they would always, like, dress up in drag. Like, it was just, it was uncomfortable to watch. That's what I think. Like, I think it was more towards the beginning of the seasons, but they would, like, dress up in women's clothing, either, like, and it was always, like, it wasn't like sometimes it would be, like, comical, or it would be uncomfortable, because they would be wearing women's, like, underwear, like lingerie. So I thought it was weird. Yeah. Also, all that in the 90s. They would also dress up in drag, which I thought it was very weird. Like, there was, like, a segment where Kenan and Nick Cannon would be dressing up in, like, they would be ghetto women with their long nails and their loud talking, and then I'm all like, it was like a stereotype of what they think a certain type of it was like a certain type of stereotype that they were trying to portray. It was funny back then, but now it's just kind of cringy. Yeah. Oh yeah. And also, it was weird that this one guy, I think his name was Josh, he would always be like, I think it was towards the beginning of the seasons, like season 1 through 3, he would always be like, somehow he'd rip his clothes off, or he'd be in his underwear, like, a lot of the time. As a kid, I thought, oh, this is kind of funny. Oh, he's in his underwear, huh, funny. But, like, now I think it's kind of weird because he was, like, obviously he was a minor, so it's definitely disturbing. Oh, damn. Oh, ooh. Oh, and also in the, all that 2000s version, like, the new one that came out in 2005, or yeah, I think it was the 2000 to 2005. There was all that that had Jamie Lynn Spears and some other people, and there was this one skit that had, there was these aliens, and they would all be, there was these aliens and they dress, well, there was a skit that these aliens had an alien restaurant and they were cannibals, and the humans that would come into the restaurant, they didn't know what kind of meat they were eating, and it turns out they were actually eating other humans. Yeah, even as a kid I didn't find that funny. Super disturbing, because when you go into a restaurant you don't want to be eating another human. Yeah, I definitely didn't find that funny then, and it's very disturbing as I talk right now. Yeah. Also, Zoe 101. Zoe 101. What can I say there? Oh, Zoe 101. Oh, I always, I liked, when I was a kid, I loved the outfits that Jamie Lynn and Nicole and Dana, they would wear. They were always, like, so fashionable and cute, I thought. But after hearing, like, the stories about Jamie and Dan, of, like, he might have, like, took advantage of her, like, molested her, I think that her outfits may have been, like, provocative, but I don't know, because I think he was the one who was choosing her outfits. So I think that was weird, because why would you make a little girl wear a mini skirt? I don't know. It's weird, Dan. Very weird. Oh yeah, and backstage, I don't get why. I remember watching this on, like, I think it was Facebook or YouTube. Nicole, the girl who played Nicole, okay, Alexis, the girl who played Nicole, she said that Jamie and Britney Spears, Jamie Lynn's sister, they would harass her and bully her along with the other castmates. They would all just gang up on her, and Dana, her real name I think is Christina, she would be, like, physically abusive. Like, I think she actually pushed her on, in that one episode when they were going to the beach, which is ironic because they literally live right next to the beach. But there was one episode where they went to the beach. It's called My Little Beach Party, if you want to check that episode out. But it's like, I don't know, you can, like, look at that episode, but I doubt you'll see the part where Dana actually pushes Nicole, because that was what she said was behind the scenes. Yeah, but they were, like, from what she said, they were, like, really mean to her for no reason too, because Nicole, she really wanted to be friends with Jamie, but Jamie didn't want to have any part with it. And when the producers found out that Jamie was bullying Nicole, all the producers and the adults that were in charge of the show, they basically were ganging up on Nicole, saying that you need to just suck it up and take it. And they weren't just, like, telling her, they were yelling at her about this, which is ironic. This is really weird, because where was her mom when all this was happening, you might ask? They told her that the mom shouldn't be in there, which is weird because the mom should have said, I'm gonna be in there. If my underage daughter is gonna do something, I'm gonna be right next to her. So if she was, I believe if the mom was there, then that whole situation would have been avoided. But I'm not really mad that Nicole left. When I was like younger, I was all like, why is she leaving? This doesn't make sense. Like, oh, she's addicted to boys, so she's gonna go to an all-girls school. That storyline didn't even make sense, but whatever. I feel like after she left, the show really went downhill. It was just lack of everything. Passion, love, it was just gone. There was like no joy anymore. That's what I think. I mean, they replaced all Jamie's so-called friends. Like, first they got rid of Dana, which, from what Nicole said, she was like, or what Alexis says, Christina, I think that's what her name is. Christina, the one who plays Dana, she said that she was really actually like Dana, like really mean to her. So, and I guess that's a good thing that she left. And Nicole, when she left, it was like, I was really sad because I actually really liked her. She brought joy and positivity to the show. And Jamie, she really didn't have much of a personality. She was just like kind of there. Yeah, but everybody else was pretty, on screen they looked pretty nice, but you never know. You really never know what's going on behind the scenes because looks are deceiving. So, I'll have more review videos of my favorite shows or whatever else you might want to watch. And whatever else you might want to watch. Oh.